on Personal Injury Court.
It falls on him causing these injuries?
Yes, Your Honor. Jason put his money in and didn't get a drink. He did push the machine, and the machine proceeded to fall on top of him, and the glass was everywhere.
It was probably the scariest thing that's ever happened to me.
To shake and attack the machine, that's kind of a natural consequence to a behavior.
You are asking this court to award you $350,000.
I thought I saw my brother die.
It's your machine, your campus. These are your students. Their mom has entrusted them to you. Why wouldn't that be your fault?
Judge Gino Brogdon spent 10 years on the bench ruling on cases worth billions of dollars. Now he presides over some of the largest claims in TV history. This is Personal Injury Court.
Good day, everyone. This is the matter of Turner versus Carrington Prep. Ms. Turner, you are suing on behalf of your son who sustained injuries while he was at school. You believe it's Carrington Prep's fault that your son was injured. You're asking this court to award you $60,000 for past medical expenses, $40,000 for future medical expenses, $250,000 for pain and suffering, for a total award of $350,000. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Watson, you're here representing Carrington Prep.
Yes.
It's Carrington Prep's position that Mr. Turner is responsible for his own injuries because he was engaging in reckless behavior, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, well, let's get into the legal sauce. Now, an injury to a child is an injury to a family. Ms. Turner, tell me about your family.
Well, Your Honor, I was blessed with two beautiful boys, January 15th of 2002, and they were a bundle of a little over 10 pounds.
That's a big bundle.
It is. They're sweet boys, they're caring boys, they have tons of friends, they're active, and Your Honor, my sons go to Carrington Prep because it's a good school, it has good academics, and it's supposed to be safe.
It's got a
Your
good
Honor.
reputation.
It does have a good reputation, and unfortunately our public schools just don't cut it in my eyes. I want my sons to have a great future and go on to college, and I also want them to be safe.
Yes, ma'am.
And unfortunately, they were not. My son is suffering, and I don't think it's right. And you know what it's like to send your son off to school, and you know that they're going to be well cared for? That's what I thought I had in my life, and that was taken away.
Well, the biggest act of trust for any parent is to send a child to school. Now, I can't help but notice that your boys are twins. Two of my 10 brothers and sisters are twins. My brothers, Matt and Mark. Are you guys joined at the hip the way my brothers are?
Sometimes, Your Honor.
So, Miss Watson, tell me about Carrington Prep.
I am the headmistress of Carrington Prep School. It is a private high school. Most of the 845 students are boarding students. We do have some day students. The school has been here for over 100 years, and we have generations of families that continue.
A long, successful history.
Yes. Jason and Jackson are seniors this year at our school. They are very bright. They do well academically. They're in high academic classes. They also take part in our physical education activities. However, you know how twins are, boys are, occasionally when they get together.
I've been the victim of twins.
Right. And sometimes they become a little bit rowdy, disruptive. As a matter of fact, Jason tends to have a little bit of a reputation as a class clown. And so therefore we have separated the boys, and they are in separate classes for most of the day.
My sons are not rowdy, and they're separated because that's the standard for twins. You always separate them. As you know, you have twins in your family.
Yes, ma'am. The world is safer when my brothers are in separate rooms.
Exactly. So they are, please do not paint them as troublemaking, disruptive children, because
Talk to
they're
me.
not. They're good boys,
Yes,
Your
ma'am.
Honor. They have good grades. They know how to act. Trust me, I've raised them.
So take me to the day. What happened?
The day of, it was around 8:15 p.m. We were just getting out of basketball practice. Went to the lounge to get some drinks, but the vending machines are, I would say, probably near the back, and Jason put his money in and didn't get a drink. When he didn't get his drink, he did push the machine. The first time, not so hard. The second time, a little bit harder. And the machine proceeded to fall on top of him after he had already fallen, and the glass was everywhere.
Oh,
the sound of that machine hitting him was insane.
So he doesn't get what he's paying for. He tries to push the machine, and then it falls on him, causing these injuries?
Yes, Your Honor.
Jason, tell me about that.
Honestly, Your Honor, it was probably the scariest thing that's ever happened to me. I was just, I guess after the practice, I was flustered, and I didn't really shake it that hard. There was more give in this machine than I had anticipated, and the next thing I know, I hit the floor, and I don't remember very much after that.
Now, Ms. Watson, Ms. Turner talked about school being safe. That's the expectation of every parent. This kind of thing's not supposed to happen. How does this happen? Especially at a school like Carrington Prep.
Your Honor, what we try to do is we try to teach respect and responsibility.
Yes, ma'am.
If a person doesn't get what they want out of a machine, is the solution to basically shake and attack the machine? That's kind of a natural consequence to a behavior.
I guess it depends on what you want and what kind of mood you're in, though. I've seen people do some crazy things with vending machines.
And what were the consequences?
Well, I didn't see any of them get the machine on top of them and destroy their face. It's your machine, your campus. These are your students. Their mom has entrusted them to you. Why wouldn't that be your fault?
Coming up.
It was Jason's actions that caused this machine to topple over, and he violated our code of conduct.
Respect school and others' property. Is shaking the machine respecting school property?
I don't feel that my son did anything wrong.
He wasn't using all of his might, seriously. He gave a little bit more of a shake, as you can tell, with this kind of motion, and it topples on top of him.
Charmin Ultra Soft.
Softer than ever. Charmin Ultra Soft is softer than ever, so it's harder to resist. Okay, this is getting a little weird. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
After walking 6 miles at an amusement park, Bill's back needed a vacation from his vacation. So he stepped on the Dr. Scholl's kiosk. It recommends our best custom-fit orthotic to relieve foot, knee, or lower back pain, so you can move more. Dr. Scholl's, born to move.
That's low, dog. Look at that. Wow. Oh, that's low, bro.
I've seen lower. Discover how low you can go.
Now that's Snoop Dogg.
With a quote from the General Insurance.
And he's riding with the General.
Yo, Chick, you drop the rates, I drop the beats.
For a great low rate, you can get online. Go to the General and save some time. Even for those with less than perfect credit.
Think he's coming back, bro?
Attention. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has officially authorized new benefits that Medicare Advantage plans may include. To get the benefits you deserve, you can call the Medicare Coverage Helpline.
Hi, I'm Joe Namath. If you're on Medicare, this is important information. I called the Medicare Coverage Helpline and they instantly looked up my coverage. In this one simple call, they offered to enroll me in a plan that includes rides to medical appointments, private home aids, doctors and nurses' visits by telephone, and even home-delivered meals. The plan also includes dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage, all at no additional cost.
Don't delay. Call to see if the new benefits are available in your area.
Call the number on your screen now. It's free.
Call 1-800-375-2800. That's 1-800-375-2800 now.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette. Under eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. I came across Plexiderm and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes. This Valentine's Day, wow your significant other or even your first date with Plexiderm. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. Plexiderm makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Amazing.
Holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, it's amazing. It feels good. Looks even better.
Valentine's Day is here, and we have a special offer for you. Right now, you can get Plexiderm for up to 50% off
off plus free shipping. Order yours at Plexiderm.com.
I'm TV's Judge Joe Brown, and I've seen it. To win your case, it's going to take experience, resources, and power.
That's right, Judge. Insurance companies know we fight to get maximum compensation for our clients.
That's why you call Gary Martin Hayes and Associates.
Exactly. Here in Georgia, we win big for injured victims.
Call 1-800-WIN-WIN-1. Gary Martin Hayes and Associates.
Tell the insurance company you mean business.
I've seen people do some crazy things with vending machines.
And what were the consequences?
Well, I didn't see any of them get the machine on top of them and destroy their face.
I don't feel like it's our fault because it was Jason's actions that caused this machine to topple over.
He didn't attack the machine.
We have a code of conduct, and he violated our code of conduct. And I have this for you if you'd like to see it. To
Sure,
read it.
ma'am. Will you get
And
the code of conduct?
One of the items is to behave responsibly, and another one is destruction of school property.
It reads, students must, 1, behave responsibly, demonstrate courtesy to others, be prepared for classes, cooperate with educators and school officials, respect school and others' property. Is shaking the machine respecting school property?
But, Your Honor, he didn't push the machine that hard.
Well, that hard is relative, isn't it?
Well, he was there.
Really, he wasn't using all of his might. Seriously.
You actually submitted an animation to explain this. All right, will you cross over to the plasma and show me how your brother did this and how this happened?
He put the money in it. He didn't get what he paid for. He becomes flustered. Starts shaking the machine. The first time, not so vigorously. The second time, he gave it a little bit more of a shake, as you can tell with this kind of motion. And then it topples on top of him. The glass everywhere. Everywhere. I thought he was dead.
So that actual vending machine fell on top of your brother?
The whole thing.
And the front glass shattered and cut his face all up?
Everywhere.
Now, Miss Watson, that's not supposed to happen.
Of course not. It's not ever supposed to happen, but sometimes things do happen as a consequence of a behavior. I understand that after practice, the kids are hot, they're sweaty, they're tired, they want something to drink. We have several water fountains in the Student Activity Center.
They don't work.
They chose not to do that.
No, they don't
bring their own drink to practice. Usually there is water provided at practice and during practice. There is a number on the machine that if the machine is not working properly, that they can have this number to call. And this was a number that if he didn't get his drink out of the machine and he needed help, to call this number before he got to that behavior.
This is the customer service number, right?
Correct. Now, I realized it was at night.
But isn't the fix just to have a machine that's not going to topple over on a kid?
Next.
Stop calling it a violent attack on this machine. Look at my boys. They're not these big, muscly guys.
This machine didn't fall over because he blew on it. What kind of safety precautions did you all put in place to make sure that these machines don't move like this?
We were going to have them bolted, all three together.
This court has consulted an engineer, Andrea Brown Milheisler.
Once it is rocked past a vertical angle of 34.5 degrees, the machine is going to come down.
Attention, Medicare. Did you know you may now be eligible for additional Medicare-approved benefits, including dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage? Just call the toll-free number on your screen now to see if you qualify. The Medicare Benefits and Questions line is now open to help anyone on Medicare make sure you are getting the benefits you deserve. Just call 800-895-0420 now to find out if you're eligible for a Medicare Advantage plan that includes additional benefits like free hearing aids, free eyeglasses, free meal delivery, and free rides to medical appointments. You may also be eligible for $0 monthly premiums, $0 deductibles, or no copays. Just call the toll-free number on your screen now to see if you qualify for additional benefits including dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. There is no obligation to enroll. The call and Medicare benefits review are absolutely free. Just call 800-895-0420. 800-895-0420. Attention, anyone on Medicare. Did you know you may now be eligible for additional Medicare-approved benefits, including dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage? Just call the toll-free number on your screen now to see if you qualify. The Medicare Benefits and Questions line is now open to help anyone on Medicare make sure you are getting the benefits you deserve. Just call 800-791-5217 now to find out if you're eligible for a Medicare Advantage plan that includes additional benefits like free hearing aids, free eyeglasses, free meal delivery, and free rides to medical appointments. You may also be eligible for $0 monthly premiums, $0 deductibles, or no copays. Just call the toll-free number on your screen now to see if you qualify for additional benefits including dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. There is no obligation to enroll. The call and Medicare benefits review are absolutely free. Just call 800-791-5217. 800-791-5217.
Big rig wrecks can cause big injuries and huge medical bills. That's why you need to put a big truck accident law firm on your side.
Gary Martin Hayes.
They have the experience truck accident cases required.
The power to go after every dollar I deserved.
We fight the insurance companies so you can focus on getting better.
When it comes to serious truck accidents, they know their stuff.
Tell them you mean business. Call Gary Martin Hayes and Associates. 1-800-WIN-WIN-1 right now.
All kids need is a little help, and somebody who believes in them. I'm going to be an MVP on and off the court, just like Magic Johnson. From endless dunks and three-point shots to building health and education in many diverse communities, he's not just talking business, he really cares. Thanks for believing in me, Magic. Black history is our history.
Incredible contributions, inspiring culture. This month, Atlanta CW honors Black heritage.
So he doesn't get what he's paying for. He tries to push the machine, and then it falls on him, causing these injuries?
Yes, Your Honor. It was probably the scariest thing that's ever happened to me.
So that actual vending machine fell on top of your brother?
The whole thing. Things do happen as a consequence of a behavior. Your Honor, it was his choice and his decision that because he didn't get his drink, he was going to try to force it.
Could you stop calling it a violent attack on this machine? Look at my boys. My boys are athletic, but they're not these big, muscly guys.
This machine didn't fall over because he blew on it.
No.
Right?
But he pushed it.
You submitted medical bills totaling $60,000 just for the past.
Yes.
You're asking this court to award you $40,000 for future medicals. Jason, tell me what this has been like for you. We're talking around like you're not in the room. What are you going through, son?
Honestly, Your Honor, the bare pain is immeasurable. I don't look the same anymore. I'm having a hard time with school. I know I'm not going to be able to graduate this year. I can't drive. And honestly, I just don't feel like my mom and my brother look at me the same anymore. It's like I'm just not here.
Miss Watson, tell me this. What kind of safety precautions did you all put in place to make sure that these machines don't move like this?
This is a fairly new machine. It's only been there a couple of weeks. The one in the middle is the one that toppled over. The two on the sides are being replaced next week. So we were going to have them bolted all three together.
So on the day that this happened, none of these were anchored to the wall or anchored to each other?
The other two were.
Okay.
Just the brand new one had not been bolted yet.
And how life would have it, he pulls on the one that's not anchored.
Exactly that one. You know, Your Honor, we're not talking about children. We're talking about students that are getting ready for the real world.
Here's where I struggle with that. It always kind of makes me ticklish when someone in your shoes being sued comes in and says, well, we were responsible for their safety, but this is all their fault because they're 17 and not 5. We're not dealing with kids, but we are dealing with minors.
Right. Exactly. You're right, Your Honor.
And having raised 3 boys, 17-year-old boys are a little bit crazy.
The report that I saw of this incident stated that he pushed very hard on this machine for it to topple over.
He weighs like 95 pounds. How hard could he push?
That is my question, and that's why this court has consulted an engineer, Andrea Brown Milheisler, and she's going to explain how this machine can topple. Sheriff Matt, will you get Miss Milheisler?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good day, ma'am.
Hello, Judge.
Can you explain how does a machine like this topple over?
Well, it doesn't happen spontaneously. You have a force coming across from the top of the machine. Once the center of gravity of that machine exceeds the angle of the tipping point, the machine is going to come down. So your typical machine weighs about 900 pounds. When you add in the product, that's another 225 pounds. So you're looking at a total of 1,125 pounds. Now, at that weight, if someone is rocking it, once it is rocked past a vertical angle of 34.5 degrees, the machine is going to come down.
Ma'am, how is it possible that someone of his size can topple a 900-pound full vending machine?
If you go up and start rocking it, the momentum created by the rocking of the machine would help it much more easily topple over. And once it rocked past the 34.5 degree angle, it would tip over onto someone.
Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate you. You are pleased.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So, Jason, you pulled this giant machine over on yourself. What did you think was going to happen?
Honestly, Your Honor, I don't remember being very aggressive. I don't remember much at all.
Jackson, you see this machine fall on your brother. What did you do?
Obviously I panicked because I thought I saw my brother die.
Oh.
So,
Miss Watson, you all actually had plans to tether this machine to the wall, but you didn't. Do you wish y'all had done it sooner?
Well, of course, Your Honor. But I still feel that that machine needed that force, that pushing and pulling, to knock it over.
That machine needed to be tethered. It needed to be tethered to the wall, just like all the other machines on your property, so that this does not happen.
Folks, I think I've heard what I need to hear. I'm ready to render my decision.
The verdict is in.
The machine is not cooperating as much as you want. You start to shake it, it falls on you and injures you pretty badly. You believe that if he hadn't been rocking the machine, y'all would have never met me here today.
Promotional consideration provided by.
Imagine whiter teeth in just 4 days. Imagine strengthening enamel while safely removing stains. Act Whitening Mouthwash. Stop imagining. Start acting.
Everyone's going to be talking about Judge Gino.
Your injuries do not define you in any way.
And personal injury court. Some of the biggest claims in TV history.
I think you're a liar.
Personal injury court. Cases everyone's going to be talking about.
Sweetheart, do my forearms look bigger?
They look the same.
I've been spinning faster recently. I think they're getting bigger. Feel them.
Yeah, they kind of feel bigger.
Yeah, cool.
Switch to Progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says.
Mom, we're so glad you're feeling better. You gave us such a scare.
I know, honey. Me too. But I want you to know I'm at peace with my homegoing when my time is up. And did I also tell you that I got coverage for my funeral so you and your brother would not have to worry about expenses?
I didn't know you were saving money for your final expenses.
I haven't. I called the Open Care Senior Plan, and with one phone call, I was eligible for $30,000 for my funeral and final expenses.
The Open Care Senior Plan will pay up to $30,000 for funeral and other final expenses. There's no medical exam, and you can be approved with just one phone call. Your rates can never be increased, your benefits can never be decreased, and your coverage can never be canceled. Call the number on your screen now and see how final expense coverage can help you. There's no obligation. Call 800-941-2319. That's 800-941-2319.
New Tide Power Pods one-up the cleaning power of liquid.
Can it one-up spaghetti night?
It sure can.
Really?
Can it one-up breakfast in bed?
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, boys. What about that?
Yep.
Ken?
Yeah, even that.
I would very much like to see that.
Me too.
Introducing new Tide Power Pods. One up the toughest stains with 50% more cleaning power than liquid detergent. Any further questions?
Nope.
One up the power of liquid with new Tide Power Pods.
If you've been the victim of a violent crime on a commercial property, such as an apartment complex, a parking lot, or at a business, you need an experienced and powerful law firm working for you. I'm Gary Martin Hayes, and I wrote the book, The Authority on Inadequate and Negligent Security Claims in Georgia. Too many attacks and assaults occur because property owners knew their condition was unsafe, but did nothing. If this has happened to you or to a loved one, call me right now to learn your rights.
Better mom's glad she came by and got insurance. Go to the general and save some time.
Next, personal injury court. I see a woman running toward my car. I'm in rescue mode. She came near your car. You just hit the gas and kept going.
I have been dragged
She
100
looked dangerous. You got to realize what time of night it was. You thought you might be getting robbed by a woman in heels with a purse.
I thought I saw my brother die.
It needed to be tethered to the wall. I still feel that that machine needed that force, that pushing and pulling, to knock it over.
In every personal injury case, the plaintiff has to prove three things. The plaintiff has to prove that the defendant was wrong and that the defendant's wrong caused your harm. My analysis is whether Carrington Prep is responsible for your injuries. Here you've put up evidence that you and your brother, your sons, finished with basketball practice, going into the student lounge, gonna get a drink. The machine is not cooperating as much as you want. You start to shake it, it falls on you and injures you pretty badly. And you believe that Carrington Prep should pay for every bit of what you're asking this court to award you. Ms. Watson, you're here to represent Carrington Prep. And while your heart goes out to this young man and this family for these injuries, you believe that if he hadn't been rocking the machine, y'all would have never met me here today. And as hard as it sounds, you believe these injuries are his fault and Carrington Prep shouldn't be responsible. This is a classic premises liability case. You have a certain responsibility to care for yourself. Carrington Prep has a responsibility under law to take reasonable measures to make sure that the property is safe. Now, part of that responsibility to take reasonable measures is to anticipate likely harm or risk. Here, you all had actual notice that these machines could fall. That's why you had a plan to tether them to the wall. Under the law, you have actual notice of this potential harm. The other thing that adds to that notice is you're dealing with 17-year-old high school students. If these were fifth graders or second graders, no, they're not going to fool with the machines. 17-year-old boys do, and you all are in the business of nurturing 17-year-old boys. The law charges you with that kind of knowledge. So here, with that knowledge, you should have tethered the machine to the wall. So I find that you have proven that Carrington Prep was wrong, and that wrong caused your injuries. So I'm going to award to you $350,000 I find in your favor and against Carrington Prep. That's my final verdict, and this matter is adjourned. Essential to bring me to the place where I can get people to compromise. In a big family like mine where there are 11 children, you must be fair because dispute, we're swimming in it. And fairness is the ground floor. It's where everyone can meet and hear each other. Fairness is what I learned, and it is one of my tools as a judge.